Thank you for looking at our presentation on Chapter 3, where we talked about the earliest welfare systems.
Yes, hello from the internet. We really enjoyed reading Chapter 3 and making this presentation online, which we haven't done before. We want to also let you know that we posted up some links on our PowerPoint that we feel are current issues going on right now that kind of relate to issues that had happened back in ancient times. So please click on those and read on. One of them is about the gap between the rich and poor currently, and the other one is about a Nevada mental health initiative.
No, Nevada shut some of their mental health facilities down and therefore sent a lot of their mental health patients to California, which caused a huge lawsuit. And it just shows the pattern that we still continue to turn away our poor in need.
Which happened back in Greek times, I believe.
Lots of times.
Lots of times. Rude. But anyway, our final thoughts. We thought that there was a strong relationship throughout the whole chapter between economics, religion, and polity, and that continues to be an issue today. And a lot of our social welfare is kind of, I guess, revolved around those three things, and it's really hard to separate. And no matter how altruistic a society was, eventually it kind of got complex and things got mixed up, and social welfare wasn't really what they had hoped it would be or what it was originally going to be.
Oh.
So, lessons learned?
So social welfare has existed from the most ancient of times. So really our values regarding social welfare and religion, polity, and economics are pretty ancient. We still continue to practice the same values, and these social welfare continues to be overshadowed by them.
Yes, and we also learned, like we mentioned before, that the same groups are being affected now that oppressed people. So the same people who were oppressed back in ancient times are the same people who are oppressed now. The poor, children, disabled, women, widows, mentally ill, definitely. And so things that happened way back when, there were Greek rulers, this stuff is still an issue today. And so we thought that was really interesting that there's still a lot of stigma against poor, still a lot of stigma against working class, a lot of stigma against people who have disabilities, whether they're physical or their mental health disabilities. And so we thought that was a really interesting lesson for the chapter.
And so pretty much we've concluded from that it's going to take much more than just band-aiding our social welfare system with charity and donations. It's going to take continued policy change and reassessment, and we need to make sure that our political gains and economic gains are not overshadowing our social welfare values.
Right, because the early social welfare thought was to be very altruistic and give those in need help no matter what, no questions asked, whether you were really poor or just struggling a little bit, and you would be given help. And so I think that ideal is still kind of what us maybe aspiring social workers want to practice, but it is really hard when there's a lot of rules and regulations, as we discussed in class, when it comes to getting cash aid or getting other assistance. You kind of have to really work hard to get it. But that's, I think, our presentation. We hope you enjoyed it. We're sorry we couldn't do it in class, but it's kind of nice to be doing it at home.
Thank you.
Wait, what happened? Okay, then clicks.